Up front this morning, saving money on your grocery bill and eating healthy at the same time. Yes, you can do both on a budget. And here with some tasty ideas is Stacy Klone from KitchenWerks. Hi, Stacy. Stacy says that we met a very long time ago.
Yes.
In another job, in another life, our paths crossed. And you were working with food even then, but you have a personal story that led you to this kind of food and this kind of cooking. What happened in your life?
Well, I've been in the restaurant industry for we'll just go over 20 years.
That's good. Okay.
And when you work with food and you play with food and you enjoy food, you get a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. And I stand here today probably looking heavier because I'm on camera, but over 140 pounds lighter by changing, eating all natural or going to more natural foods, many less packaged in cans, and then exercising. And the two hand in hand, that's the secret.
How long did it take you to lose that weight? I mean, I imagine it was slow and steady, which is, well, maybe in the beginning, it's usually a little faster drop off the cliff, but then you have to keep at it.
Well, I've had quite a bit of jump starts. Back in 2000 was the start of the journey, and it took about 2 years to get down the bulk of the weight.
That is amazing.
And then it crept back up because I thought I didn't have to exercise or always eat right, and then we got back on it. And my husband and I, since January of this year, have been able to lose 70 pounds because it did creep back up a little bit.
So do you think this lady knows what she's talking about? And that's what happens. Every statistic will show you that it's not the losing of the weight, it's the keeping the weight off. And so you're going to tell us how we can do some good eating and save money too. So tell us what you're going to cook for us today.
Well, this is
you put together.
A chicken fajita salad.
Smells
we're taking,
great.
and it isn't that I'm anti-carbs, but we're taking the carb out for a couple reasons. It saves time. You can make this quickly, and just about everything here, with the exception of a couple items, could be picked out of your garden right now.
Yeah.
So that will save you money.
Well, because I'm looking at the finished product up there, I'm seeing cheese, I'm seeing sour cream. I mean, this is something that has so much fragrance and aroma. We don't think of this as healthy, as bland, as doing without.
Right. And nothing here has anything pre-packaged or any extra sodium or any extra chemicals of any kind.
And you say that's key. All right, so let's talk about the recipe, and then we're going to talk about some tips.
Assemble a little bit.
Yep. Okay. You've been cooking the chicken here. The cooking is the chicken's ready. It looks like you grilled it first. Or
I did. I scored it last night, and that's part of the process of how I work with the clients that I do, is to teach them time-saving tips. So everything was prepped so that when I came here, it would be easy to make this meal.
So are you saying if I'm cooking chicken breasts for dinner tonight on the grill, instead of cooking the 2 or 3 that I should do, I should fill up the grill with my chicken breasts so that I can freeze them or cut them into pieces, have them for fajitas and things like that?
Absolute option.
Okay.
And what that time that you spend now, or the day that you grocery shop and build your menu, when you come back and prep, will save you time all week. Okay. And that's another big tip for saving the money. Most people, when I'm working with them, will say they're saving 30 to 50% because we're buying fresh. We're buying whole foods, but we're not going out to eat as much. And the prep work that you do, just like a prep cook would do in the restaurant, saves you time all week and money.
Okay, so we're going to buy fresh, so that we all know that's a little less expensive in general than buying something that's packaged and whatnot.
And
so
fresh whole.
Okay.
Fresh, not already cut and chopped and prepped
so get the whole watermelon, don't get the cut up watermelon. That's a little more expensive. You're paying for that service. So you're putting the peppers and the onions on here. What did you toss those around in?
The peppers are just done with organic butter. And it's not a lot of butter, but we get a nice sheen, a caramelized color, and a great aroma and flavor.
Isn't it pretty?
And butter and olive oil are better for you than any type of margarines because of the way they break down in the body.
So we should go with the butter, just less.
Just use less of it. I use, in this order, expeller pressed olive oil, butter, and then I do use some coconut oils now for some high temperature cookings.
Okay, now you've got garnishes here I see that go with it. As you garnish that up, I want to talk a little bit about why we have the big bottle of margaritas here.
That is my secret sauce for whenever I'm going to do chicken or shrimp or any type of seafood. I add that with, you'll find this on the recipe, but you can put some cumin, some red pepper flakes, No salt or pepper is needed. This tenderizes the chicken. You throw it in a Ziploc bag for about 30 minutes. Put it on the grill. It gives it that nice caramel color that you saw.
Okay, all right.
And it's a fabulous flavor on, again,
so far
shrimp or
this
chicken.
sounds delish, and we're not giving up anything. Now, you say that we have to go to the grocery with our week of meals planned?
Planned. You shop from a menu.
Okay, so are we doing that so we don't spend extra money on impulse items?
Correct. And then we're only going on the outside of the store because we're buying what we need for the menu. When my kids were young, there'd be a feature card on the refrigerator.
Yes.
And their friends would come and say, can I eat over on Thursday? You're having couscous or something unusual. But you shop from that instead of going up and down the aisles and just grabbing what looks good. Then when you come back, you already have your plan. You prep it, get it staged and ready in the refrigerator, and then your meals, instead of opening the refrigerator, what's for dinner
what
tonight?
Now at 4 o'clock?
This is what's tonight because it's planned.
It's a lot less stressful, and of course we all know that eating together as families is great for a family, and you're teaching your kids how to cook. Will you marry me? I'm telling you, I want somebody who's going to come and help me do this.
I would love to help you plan, but I am spoken for.
I love this idea, and so beautiful. You have to present as well, right? To make it look really good.
You eat with your eyes first, and as your studio is telling me this morning, the scent of it too.
Yeah. Well, there it is. We've got a dash. Do you have one more quick thing to say?
I would just say, just finishing it with a little bit of sour cream, and again,
what could be better?
Whole sour cream.
Okay, whole sour cream. You heard it here, folks. All right. Well, thank you so much, Stacy. Great job. Lovely to run into you again. Continued success in everything that you're doing. For a copy of today's recipe, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the address on your screen, or you can log on to our website, showcaseminnesota.com, and just search under the main dish category. I think I'll be making that one. To find out more about Stacy or KitchenWerks, log on to showcaseminnesota.com and just click on the Wednesday link.